Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. This is a bit of a surprise live. I didn't let anyone know I was coming on live. I was just creating my customer thank you cards for the month, and I am making little desk calendars for my customers that order in January with me. So I thought I would just jump online and show you how I was making them. So today in the mini catalogue I'll be showcasing our suite, the Regency Park suite, and that is on page 31 and page 30, and I'm going to be using the Sentimental Park bundle here, mainly the die cuts and the thank you stamp or the thanks stamp that I've already got mounted there. I'm going to see if I can implement the what is it called? The textured 12 by 12 shimmer paper, as well as the embossing folder, the cane weave. It's really, really pretty. So I thought I might try and give my card desktop calendar a bit of texture. I'm going to try and use the ribbon and the embellishments and also some of the designer series paper here. So the majority of the suite, except for these guys here, I'm going to be using. Now I have my prototype here that I have been practicing on, so you can see that it's all going to come with a belly band. Hi Denise, how you going? There's a little bit of a delay, so if I don't get to say hello to you when you pop on, just be patient. I'll see you there eventually, but hello Denise. So this is a little belly band, and I haven't measured the distance between what I needed, so I've just made it nice and loose, and then it'll show the card with me saying thank you for ordering with me this month, and then when you turn it over it becomes a desk calendar. So it'll sit, hopefully it will sit on your desk, and I've actually made this calendar to be like a sticky note, so that way you can either tear it off or you can fold it over. It's probably going to tear better, and I've just stuck a little bit of gold there because when you put the glue down it went over the edge and it was a little bit sticky, so I put some of that gold shimmer paper on that one. So what you do, I'm going to have a blog that shows all of the measurements and PDFs and files, so that way you can actually make this calendar yourself. And in the file you'll be able to print off your calendar A4 size, and it will print off all 12 months. Then you would trim it down as you would need, and then you'd put it all in order, because when I made it the months were all over the place, but that's okay, we all know how to sort it back in. So January, February, March, all the way through to December, and I've made it so that way it is 10.5 this way and 14.9 this way. So it still fits in our envelopes, as you can see. It'll still fit in our envelope. It looks tight, but it still fits. And it's good that it can still post in a standard sized envelope, so it's not going to be too much. So then when you've got it all cut down, the calendar, all you need to do is pop some pins or paper clips or some dog clips. Dog clips look like these guys that have to fold down. I just use it so that way it just holds that one down in the center. So what you do is you put that on, and you get some of if you don't have any of our multi-purpose glue, which is this guy here. I'm glad you're feeling better today. I need to see the dentist. I'm on a bit of painkillers at the moment, so hopefully the doctors will get back to me. I'm on the waiting list, so you know, it's Murphy's Law. When you're doing something on your phone, it will ring, so hopefully it will ring. So to make your sticky note style calendar, you get your PVA glue or the multi-purpose liquid glue that you can purchase in our annual catalogue, and then you just run a bead of glue through the center like that. If you can you see that? It's not the neatest of jobs, but you can use the tip to spread it through, or if you've got an old paintbrush, you can spread it that way, which is what I did. I just grabbed one of the kids' paintbrushes. You just go along like that. Then I dog clipped mine to hold it all nice and tightly together. And then when the first coat dries, or it just feels sticky to the touch, put on another layer and then wait for it to dry again. So I'm just going to put this aside, and we're going to say that we've done that. And then once it's all dry, you just remove your clips like so. And drum roll, please. Drum roll. It should just automatically become like a sticky note, so you'll be able to turn your pages. Now it is sticky on top, but mine is not too bad at the side there, so I may not need to cover that sticky at all. So that is my calendar all ready to go. I forgot to say at the beginning as well that if you do place an order with me during January and your order is under $250, please put in your January host code, so that way then I can send you a little gift from me, which will be the calendar and a thank you card. And my website here is janelleduggan1.stampinup.net, and then you'll be able to shop with me. You can also see different projects and things like that as well on that page, so it's a really nice little area to go to. Now I've got everything pre-cut, so I'm just trying to find where I've put everything, and I'm just grabbing everything that's been pre-cut. So the backside card here is 23 centimeters by 16 centimeters, and I've already cut that down here. Now our trimmer is wonderful. I love having this tool. I love it because it has an arm that extends out, so that way you can do your longer measurements. And it also has a scoring blade here, so you've got your cutting blade and also your scoring blade, and that's what I'm going to do now, is score this guy in half. So we want to score it on the 23 centimeter length and score it at 11.5 centimeters. Scoring it down there. Fold him over, and then you have part of the desk calendar. Just here, I'm just going to use my bone folder. Let's see. Okay, here's my envelope. Here's my white cardstock. That was for my sentiment. I have left that behind. I knew I was forgetting something. So I need the part for my message. And you can put the message on the inside if you wanted to. I did. I put it on the inside, like it lands on the inside for when the desk calendar is showing, so that way if it is on your desk at work, for example, you know, you don't have a personal message to the outside. So I have that folded over to cover up the calendar when it goes over. So the way I'm going to decorate it is I'm going to have flowers and everything going through. This is just my prototype, just to see if it would work. I'm so sorry. Millie has a balloon and she wants to play with it up the hallway. So you'll be able to hear her in my little video. So to get the little message card, we need to cut him down. This is going to test my memory. So it's 15 So we need 14 and a half by... So sorry. I'm so sorry. You'll be able to hear her in the background being a horrible 2-year-old. So 60, so it will be 15 and a half by 11. 15 and a half by 11. And what did I do? 14 and a half. Whoops. Let's try that again. So 15 and a half, we'll have to put the arm out. So 15 and a half by 11. And this is going to be our message card. We'll just pop these aside. You'll be able to use those with a different card or another project. And then we're just going to stick that on the inside. So I just get my glue. Yes, the no word is very predominant in Millie's language at the moment. So we just pop that down. You can decorate that if you would like, or you could just leave it plain. I'll just rub that in towards the center so that way the glue doesn't come out like it just did there. I'll just take that off with my finger. Okay, so now we're just going to stick the calendar, which I have over here to the side, to here. You can pop down some paper if you like. If you find that that is too plain and you're not keen, you can decorate the edges. You can stick down, you know, some DSP, and you can have that underneath. For example, if you wanted something else colourful underneath that, but I'm just going to pop it down plain. And you just grab some more glue, or you can get your adhesive tape. We've got where's my say
Colour.
Yes, colour. You can colour. But I have lost my tape. It has gone. Where has my... There. Oh my goodness. It was clear and it was facing down on white and I didn't see it. So you can also use your Stamp and Seal Plus, which is good for 3D projects. It has a really good strong hold and you can pop it on the back. Now I always have trouble with this runner and I can't run straight, similar to my driving. I just can't park straight and you run it like this, and then when you come out you just kind of like roll it off so that way it detaches nicely like that and just roll off. You can add more glue if you would like to add more glue to the back, and then we just make sure it's nice and straight and stick him on. So now you have your calendar. I'm just going to pop that over and I'm going to use the bony folder here just to quickly fold him down so he sits nicely. Now when you cut this piece of card down, you'll have an extra strip like this, and this is what I used for the belly band. And what I did is I just do that and I fold it around, not tightly, just loosely. Make sure it's nice and straight, and like so. And now I'm just going to put some Stamp and Seal Plus here on the back, just rolling it, and then all we do is I just line it up so it's nice and straight, and then just give it a bit of a rub. And then that's our belly band done. Now, I like to have a nice band and I like to hide the seal. So this is where my DSP is going to come in handy to cover that up. So with the DSP, just going to get my bone folder. It's nice and loose. I'm just going to make sure it's nice and flat there. Just grab my ruler, just going to measure. So it is 2 inches. So I need it 4.5 centimeters. Or if you didn't want too much, you could do 5 centimeters to cover the whole thing, which you could do. Or you could do it 4.8, so that way you had the thinnest of blue lines. So let's do 4.8 by 11.5. So I'll grab my trimmer, pull my blade up, and what did I say? 4.8 centimeters. 4.8 by, see, my memory's gone already. Oh dear. By 11.5. Okay, so 11.5. And that'll cover that up nicely. It's beautiful. And you can do that to the other side too. I don't think I will today. So then you can grab glue. I like the glue as well, and the reason why I like glue is it gives you a couple of seconds to maneuver it, so that way if you do accidentally put it down crooked, you've got time to move it. So we just pop the glue on the back. Oops. And then just line it up on your card. See how it moves, so that way you can get it perfect. Look at that. That's really pretty. Oh, must have got glue on the back of my sheet. So you can wait for that to dry. If you can either rub that off, or I didn't get this from Stampin' Up. I went into a shop called Spotlight, and it's actually an adhesive eraser, and it erases the adhesive and it gets rid of that stickiness, which is great. So now it's not going to stick. It must have been on my paper just here. Let's get rid of that so it doesn't put more sticky on the back. It's really handy to have too. So let's have a look at my stamp set and we'll see. With the dies, I wanted to put the die over here with this guy. So these two dies put together will go in. So I'll show you what I mean by that. I'm just going to die cut white cardstock with this shape here in with my Stampin' and Emboss machine, which I have on a different desk. I'm sorry that you can't see, but I don't have enough desk room to have it underneath the camera. So I'll just quickly pop that through. I'm just not wide enough. So with your Stampin' and Emboss, I'll just do this over here so that you can see what the sandwich is. So we need block 1, 2, and your number 3 plate, and plus your card, and then your die. If you wanted to, like if you were cutting out a stamped image, you can put some tape or I don't know what it's called now. What do you call this tape? Can you remember, Denise, what this tape is called? But it's tape. It's that special tape that we used to use when we were journaling. So then you pop that on, and and then you run it through your stamp and emboss machine. You can hear Millie in the background. So that's how that one turns out. I've just realised I forgot to washi tape. Yes, thank you so much for reminding me. I had such an empty mind. Goodness. And then I'm going to do Night of Navy with this one. I'm actually going to run this band through my embossing folder. I forgot to do it, and I'm just going to see if it'll actually work. Okay, so this one's gone through, and that's cut. I'll just pop this here back in its case. I always pop things back in its case so I don't lose my dies. Okay, now, so this is the die cut, and as you can see, I'm just going to, you can have the take a pick tool, and it has a little brush that will run all of these small pieces out. I've just used I might just go grab that to get the smaller pieces. So this is your take your pick tool, and these take your pick tools have double sides, so you've got like a spatula, and this is to take your pick. It's quite sharp, always have the lids on, and this one is has got like a sticky gluey bit which helps you with embellishments and holding the smaller pieces. Let me just shake that off. So I'm just going to just take my pick and make sure I've got all of those small pieces. So what you do is you just poke him out, and it gets rid of all of those. Much easier than using fingers like me. Okay, now with that, see how the die has cut and you've got the loose pieces there? This guy nests in between here, like that. How cool is that? I love it. It does sit in there. I've just got to make sure I have it done properly, because that's how there we go. Nested in there nice and flat, so I don't even have to glue it. Look at that. So I'll just take it out and I'll show you again how to pop it in. So you got your two dies, which is from this one and this one. And then you pop this into here, like that. And then this one into here, like so. And that's beautiful. And now I'm just going to get rid of all those little dots. And I'm going to take my thanks. Now I really love the text on here, and I'm just going to be using the Night of Navy. You could use any colours. You could use the black, or you could do some heat embossing and have a nice thick black heat emboss. And then I'm just going to try and find the centre and have it nice and straight, fingers crossed. Done. How pretty is that? Isn't it beautiful, Denise? I love it. It's really cute, and it's just nice. It's delicate and very pretty. I'm just going to clean my stamp here. And then oops, don't get my fingers in the ink. So that's that. I'm just going to pop this here. And I also wanted to do some sort of stem. I haven't played with this guy yet, so I thought I'll grab some Shaded Spruce, which is one of the coordinating colors, and that's another good thing, and I wanted to show you that. Just reminded myself. Page with all of the sweets underneath the sweet collections here, you'll see a row of colors, and these are the colors that are coordinating with the sweet. So Petal Pink, Sweet Sorbet, Mango Melody, Shaded Spruce, Balmy Blue and Night of Navy are all coordinating colors with this paper. So it's really good to know, so then when you're placing the order, you know what colors to coordinate with. So I'm just going to go get some Shaded Spruce, because I forgot to bring that over as well, as you do. Okay, so I'm just going to trim him down. Oops. Sorry, just in the side background here, just cutting off some of the adhesives. So this guy here is quite thin. Now you can go through and die cut through there, and then you can use your multi-purpose glue, or you can invest in some adhesive sheets. These adhesive sheets, they come in this little pack here and in this size as well. I've had this for many years and I'm still trying to get through it, so you get heaps, there's amples, especially when you're only using little bits. So I cut it into strips and then I put it onto the paper. So it's just like a double-sided sticky, and it's really good for these fiddly shapes. So it's called multi-purpose adhesive sheets. And what you do is you just, as you can see, I had it, that's what reminded me, because I was making some leaves here and I had it on the back of that one. I'm like, oh yes, I must use my adhesive sheet. So you peel it off like this, and then you pop him on the back of your cardstock, like so. Like that, just pressing down. Oh, I've got sticky on my fingers. Okay, and then what you do is you pop that through. You might have to go through the cut and emboss machine just a little bit more than the once that I would normally roll it through, because it is just a little bit thicker. But let's see how we go. So we just need 1, 2 and 3 again. I'm just going to get rid of, see all of this, when you do die cutting quite a lot like me, you can see my plates are quite used. Just move all of that paper scrap off it, so that way it doesn't indent on your new cardstock. That's from a learnt experience. So then all you need to do is cut your stem out. And then I just roll it back, so it's gone through once. You'll hear it click again, that's the second time. And we'll see if we've done that enough. See, it's cut all the way through, which is good. And then you just pop him out. And then these guys, you can use your take your pick tool to use to pop that out, or your brush tool. And then you've got these dots here, and those dots will help push out your die cut, so you can see how it's pushing that out, so you don't have to struggle. And then we have our stem that will come through here. Now I can have one, I might have one, I'm going to go for a second one. I think it looks a little bit lonely. Just drop the die. Okay, now tape's on that side, so we can go that way. Okay. That's that one. I only did it the once, so let's see if it did cut through on the once. Oh, it did. Look at that. If you can get away with it, that's great. Sometimes it's better to run it through the second time just in case. But I didn't have to with that one. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, because I want to hang over, I'm not going to peel it off from here. I'm going to peel it off from wherever it's sitting and down. So let's, I just want to see where I'd like it to come through. So it's really hard because what do you put on the end of it? Do you stamp and cut out a flower? Like, do you stamp the flower and then cut it out, or do you do? This is interesting. You can hear me thinking. Okay. Right. There we go. Well, Minnie needs help. She says, I need help. So that's sticky, so I'm just going to make sure that that leaf is on the card. I'm just going to pop it there, and then I'm going to do the same. Peel that. You can hear the quiet concentration. I'm just going to peel it off there so it's only half sticky. So I want to pop that there like that. Okay, so this guy we can pop here. And that's alright having that there, so we can work with this. I wonder if we could use the bow underneath. Whoops, there goes a balloon. No, I'm not keen on that. I think we'll just leave it like that. Let's get some different... The balloon popped, she says. I shouldn't laugh. Whoops. I'm mean. So not keen on balloons, especially when they get their fingers and they scratch it across it and it sounds like chalk on a chalkboard. Not keen. So let's... I wonder if any of these flowers you could... No, they're all too small. I might have to stamp some flowers, hey? Maybe I shouldn't have done the stems. Maybe I should have kept it at thanks and just kept it simple.
Mom.
But that's not me if I keep things simple.
Mom.
Yes, Millie? Yes, your balloon popped. That's sad, isn't it? Okay. Now, colours. What you would like? Shaded spruce, lights, sweet sorbet. Let's do some of these colours. These ones are happy. I've got my block. This is a D block, and this is the most versatile block. As you can see, I use it a lot. I need to wash them again. To wash them, you just use a sink with dishwashing liquid and a nice soft sponge. Don't use your scour, it might scratch. But if you use a soft sponge, it'll clean up just lovely. And let's do a couple of different flowers here. And I'll grab these guys as well. I think I might do a little bit of everything and see what I like on there. And I'm going to grab some leaves as well, because we've got some stems too, so that'd be cool to stick underneath that. So I'm going to put some dimensionals under here. So I've got a few more of these cards, thank you cards, to make for the month of January. And if you would love to receive one of these desk calendars, just pop an order through with me. As you can see, you shop with me at HTTPS Janelle Duggan 1 www.stampinup.net. That'll take you straight through to my page. And then you'll be able to hit select shop with me. But while you're there, you could check out my projects and have a look there. I'm still updating to the new ones because I've done a lot of samples with the new products. So I'm still trying to catch up. And let me just peel. Another good thing about the Take Your Pick tool, you can use this to take the backings off rather than using your fingers. Done. And it's all on the pick tool, so you can put it in the bin straight away. But I don't have my bin with me, so just do what I normally do and put them to the side. But I swear you will still find the dimensional tags anywhere and everywhere in your house, even if you try and get them all into your bin. They just love. I'm just making sure that that is, I might have to move these guys. So I'm just picking and moving this in because I think I'm just a little bit off. Whoops, no one saw that. I just tore the card just a little bit. Okay. So that's in there like that. Just making sure it's still going to slide. That's good. There. Yep. Perfect. Okay. Now, where's my shaded spruce? He is here. This is a shaded spruce color. It's a nice dark green. And sometimes I have trouble. I've got a bit of trouble with my fingers. So if you find it hard to get it opened that way, there's these dots here. And I've been told that if you press here, like that, see how it lifts it up? And then so if you have bad fingers or arthritic fingers, you can still open these cases. So that was pretty easy actually. So what I did, I'll show you here, I'll just click it back up again, is you have these dots here in the corner and then you squeeze like that. So I kind of like put my hands at the top to give more pressure in my thumbs, and then it just pops it open here and then you can just grab it. So let me just do that again, and there we go, there's the proper pop, and then you're able just to flick it over. So that's really handy to know. I learned that just recently, so if ever you have trouble opening your stamp sets, that's how you pop them open. So I'm just going to, so these photopolymer stamps has a smooth side and a textured side. So with the smooth side up, you pick it up with the block, and then with your stamping, instead of going in and rubbing it and, you know, being ferocious with it, I like to just to tap it 1, 2, 3 until you can see that you've got a nice coverage of ink. With the photopolymer, it's good to have like a Stampin' Pierce mat underneath, so that way you have a nice cushioning. When it's the rubber stamps, it doesn't matter too much. You can still have the cushioning, but with the rubber stamps they already have their own cushioning. So, and I'll show you what I mean in a minute. But this is the Stampin' Pierce mat, and then you can just press on here, press down and lift straight up, which will give you a nice clear image. And I clean my stamps with my chamois, which is very well loved. It actually needs to be re-wet, and it stays damp inside my case there forever, and I have never had trouble with mold or anything, so that's another good thing. And popping my stamp back and closing him up. So I'm just going to try and open these stamps again with the dots. So if you ever have trouble, I'll show you again. The dots at the corners there, that's the way you open it, and then you push it and it opens, and done. Oh, that was so much easier less struggle. Okay, so I'm going to do these 2 flowers in here, and then 1, 2, 3. This is going to stain those stamps pink when I wash them off. So I'm just going to push that one down. Look at that. And then I'm going to do the mango melody. And then again. So this is the opening side. Pressing down on the circles here. It should just pop open. There we go. It's actually easier if you point point it down and then press, and then open it that way. And I'm just going to stamp this one again. Done. I'm cleaning off with the chamois. Okay. Let's pop those back again. I'm a bit of a Nazi in putting things back. I like to keep my stamps. So I'm just going to, wonder if I can do this guy as well. No, you'll have to put him on the other side here. There we go. Let's go here. So you have 1, and then the other side, and 2. Okay, let's leave it at that, hey, for our cover. What are you thinking so far? Are you still with me, Denise? Put these stamps back. One can go there. Yeah. Okay. Now I'll close up these inks so I don't get ink everywhere. Knowing my luck, I'll... There we go. Okay. Now, this is for this guy here. That one. And this guy can go here. Oh, it's been fun. What's him? Does that go there? He goes there, maybe not. That one? Yes. It's this one. That's smaller. Maybe that's one of the flowers for the paper. Maybe. We'll have to figure that one out. Interesting. Okay. Let's cut these out quickly. Okay. Oops. I'm a little bit slow over here. I'm sorry. Okay. There. Just gonna cut those out. Millie, Millie, Millie. Mommy. Millie. Okay, so that's that one. Yes, that's that one. Oops. This one is just an outline of a flower. That's really pretty. Okay.
Mommy.
Yes, Millie.
Yeah.
Just gotta line this one up.
Look.
And then I will line.
That.
Yep. Yes, Millie.
Dad.
So this one can go back.
Yes.
And okay. How does that move? Right. I think that's all moved on me. Uh-oh.
Mommy, it's done.
It's done, yes.
Oh,
So we've got this guy.
a fire.
It is a flower. How pretty. I did the outline of that one on a different one. And I did that there. And I've just got one more to cut out, and then we'll put this together, and then that's the thank you desktop calendar card done. And then I'll have to make a few more. Let's have a look here. What's that, Millie? What have you got? Put that back, please.
What? I do it.
Alright, so that's all done. Okay, let's see. I wonder if we can... See, do you know what I should have done here? Adhesive. So that way I could have controlled where the flower went. I wonder if I can... Do you think that looks weird? Having a... I've just had a thought. Where's my tear and tape? I thought I had my tear and tape. Here. Oh my, seriously. Here it is. Everyone stop looking. Got it. Okay. And what I've just had a thought is if I grab a little bit of tear and tape, like so, and stuck that there, like so, and then I can stick the flower over the top of that. Voila! Woohoo! And then I can put the little flower and leaf behind there like that. So that's kind of pretty. And then I can do the same for this one here, if I can pick it up. A little bit more tear and tape. Sometimes I surprise myself with my ideas. Oops, that kind of stuck to my finger, and then that's just, I've got to grab another piece now.
Mommy?
Yes, Millie? Okay, just another little bit of tear and tape. Hopefully it doesn't stick to my finger this time. Onto the stem. Stay. And stick. Nice. Now, my embellishments are, you wouldn't believe that I had everything organised and all in the spots where I could find it. The embellishments are underneath everything over here. And I still forgot to do the cane weave. Silly me. It's okay. I've got a plan. Okay, so these are the adhesive backed milky dots. These are the embellishments that are in with the sweet, and I'm just going to pop a nice clear one, like the little one, clear. I'm just going to put it inside the flower there, and the same with this one here, just a little one like that. And then now this stem here, pop down in there like that. So I'm just going to grab some glue, because I've had it facing upwards. It's always good to store these down with the lid on, so that way the glue is already at the tip. Sometimes you just got to get rid of the bit of dry glue. Sometimes you might have to give it a little shake, a little tap for it to come through. I'm just going to pop a little bit on and stick him down in there. So he's done. Now, are we going to... That looks a bit weird, doesn't it? Yeah. I'm going to kind of do that. How am I going to... Kind of looks weird, doesn't it? Where's a little mini... So our dimensionals, you can get the normal size dimensionals, or you can get mini dimensionals. I'm pulling everything out today. So I'm just going to put a mini dimensional down, and I'm going to pop him on like so. And then I'm just going, this should have really had that adhesive paper on. Completely had a mind moment. Millie, are you supposed to be touching that? Can you put that back, please? Yes. Thank you. She's just trying to help, but she took a very important piece. And this is, sometimes if I hit it down, sorry about the banging. There we go. See, that's all it needed. Good old bash. I'm just going to stick that on an angle like so. And then I'm going to put another dot in the middle. So it looks like a flower. Oh! And my finger decided to take the dot. Ah! There we go. Done. There's three little flowers. Now I don't know whether I need to put that on anything. I think I'm just going to... Yeah, I'm just going to leave that as it is. And... yeah, I'm going to leave that there like so. So... my idea, let me just turn that around the right way and make sure I have the note here. So let's, my Night of Navy card, I have more of. I'm going to, where did it go now? So organised. Well, I thought I was. Okay, I just want to strip. Let's grab one of my strips here. I'm going to cut this in half. My trimmer. And then... oops, sorry for the bang. So I need... whatever that is, I need 14, so 15.3 in length. 15, 1, 2, 3 centimeters in length. And I'm just going to, so that's about 2 inches, so 1.5 inch. I'll just see, actually I might do it just the 1 inch. 1 inch along the card. I think that's pretty good. And then I'm going to texture it with the embossing folder. This embossing folder is so beautiful. Absolutely love it. I love the texture in it. And you can just line it up like so. Like that. And with, is it a 3D embossing folder? Where is the packet? Here. So it is a cane weave 3D embossing folder. So with a normal embossing folder, you would have this plate plus your number 3 plates. But because it's a 3D embossing folder, we need plate 1 plus plate 4. And plate 4 is on my other desk here. So this is plate 4, so we just need 1. Put your embossing folder down, and then plate 4, and then you roll it through your embossing buddy here. And when you open them up, you've got this beautiful pattern. Here, look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? Just compared to the plain. Very nice. Okay, so my card is here. And I'm just, whoops, he's stuck. Maybe I will have to put a little bit of gold paper. It's okay, we can do that. Let me just move my host code. So if you would like to place an order through with me, don't forget to use the January host code if the order is under $250, so that way you get a little gift from me. And my website is https://JanelleDuggan1.stampinup.net, and you better put an order through there. And then I'm just going to pop that there. I'm going to stick him down. So I've had a customer place an order already, so this is for her. And I'm going to put that about there and just maneuver it just a little bit. And then this is the other side. I'm going to put a bit of glue. It's only little bits.
Mommy?
Yes, Millie?
These stamps.
Yes, it is stamps. They're fun. It's fun. Yeah.
Stamps. Stamps.
All right. Now, I just don't know whether I should.
Where?
Yes. I'm going to do that too. I'm going to place this down first. Millie. Millie has come across to have a sticky beak to see what I'm doing. And then I'm just going to put this over the top.
Mommy!
Yes, Millie. And I'm going to put that there too as well, just to give it a little bit of layer. Look at that. Ah, sometimes I surprise myself. So good. It's okay. We can all hear you, Millie.
Mommy!
Yes, Millie.
I see Daddy.
Yes.
Daddy!
So that is our desk calendar. So that's how it will sit on the desk. And this is how they will receive it. So we'll pop pop this over the top, like so. And that is my beautiful, I can even move it over to the side, doesn't even have to be in the center. So that is my desk calendar, guys, that you'll be receiving as a thank you for an order in January with me. And so I'll be blogging with all of the instructions and also the attachment for the calendar, so you can print it out at home, so you can make these at home. Just keep an eye out for the blog. It's going to be coming live within the next couple of days. I don't know if I can get it done today because Millie is looking for me right now. So thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.